Hello. Hi, everyone. Thanks a lot for taking time for for attending this webinar. Before we start, let me just give a brief introduction about myself. My name is Avi Mehta. I have been with IIFL for more than 10 years now. I've looked at this space for close to that period and have had the chance to interact with companies in multiple kind of sizes, which has given a sense on how the consumer demand is facing. What I intend to do in this webinar is to be able to answer your questions about how this space is kind of behaving and answer that with the context on what is happening globally. So if you were to first start with the global context, especially because of the COVID outbreak. Now, since the COVID outbreak, we have seen retail companies across the globe come under severe pressure. Whether there is Macy's, whether there is JCPenney or Nordstrom, all of them have kind of seen a massive correction in their prices. In the recent few days or weeks, however, they have invested in raising funds to be able to tide over this problems. There have been spate of bond issuances, and that has meant that we've seen a rally coming back into this space. A similar situation is playing out in the Indian sector segment as well, wherein the retail sector is seeing some signs of pickup and the hope that this lockdown improving, lockdown opening or relaxation of the lockdown allows these players to kind of come back with profitability and kind of start gaining share. The key theme being of they being able to gain market share from other smaller players who will not have the bandwidth to come back into this segment back again in the same manner. Uh, if I were to kind of look at a projection of how things might pan out to the next few months, a good way would be to look at the international scenario. There has been a big focus or a big increase in value retailing as a segment that is coming in. What do you mean by value retailing? Basically, which people find, the lowest end is actually that is seeing good growth. The highest end is something that is seeing good growth. It's the middle that is also that is getting hollowed out is what we are witnessing. Uh, Also, online shopping as a trend is clearly something that is there and that is emerging. Uh, we believe in Indian context as well. India is a 65 trillion dollar market in retail, which is expected to grow on a steady state 8 to 9%. I think what if I and you, if I was looking at this space from an investment point of view, you would be looking at which are the stocks that I will play for once this lockdown opens in. What are the players that will gain benefit the most over here? And these are companies that have a very strong balance sheet and have seen may not have seen some correction or may have seen some correction. So I would divide it into three buckets for you. The first bucket is I want to kind of take companies that are very strong, not with a lot of correction, but you know, not will give you my. It is something that I'm taking double in 8 years or 7 years, something of that scenario. Not very big returns, but I can safely live with them. That kind of segment is a segment of a DMart, is what I would kind of put it. Next would be segments which have seen a correction and where there is a good quality company available, wherein you will see an uptick play out in the near term possibly. And in that category, I would put companies like an Asian Paints, wherein there is a margin lever that can kind of play out. And lastly, would be companies which are quality companies wherein the demand clarity is unfortunately limited because how the consumer will invest or respond to them is something that we are not sure. And that is something that I would kind of look at from companies like Titan in that market. There are some companies that have seen a massive correction, and I can see some of the questions also coming in, which are asking about companies like ABFRL that have seen a very massive correction over here. What should we do for those stocks? Now, I think there the company is going to go through a period of being able to get themselves back on track. It's a good quality company, has all the levers in place. But here you have to be very patient, that it will take more time, for not in the next 3 months, 6 months, that you will see an uptick in that name. So Aditya Birla Fashion, in my view, will be that kind of segment. Another question that I can see is, what is the future of Titan and DMart? Which is the best price to invest? Now, see, DMart is a grocery retailer. Being in that segment means that you will have people will always buy grocery. In this near term, क्या हुआ है कि people have gone ahead and stocked up. आज, instead of buying 1,000 rupees of goods, average ticket size that people had in DMart, people are buying higher, 2,000, 3,000 average ticket size, which means DMart is actually benefiting from that in the near term, despite that almost 50% of its stores are closed. I think those companies are very stable, but that is why the correction has not happened in those names. I would be more waiting for an entry point of about 2,100, 2,200 at that point is what I would be, 2,000 is my sweet spot. But because I think from a 1 year point of view, this is a company that can go to 2,200, 2,400 at least. On Titan, it's a little more complex. See, Titan, when we got the latest update from them, what they said is almost 43% of their stores are only open because of the fact that it is non-essential in nature. And even in those stores, they are operating only at 50% levels right now. It is gradually improving, but it is 50%. मतलब even in May, April is 0. Even in May, आपका 22% पे चल रहा है almost. तो आपका near term is going to be more under pressure. And which is why I think that the stock for the next trigger that you will see will happen in the when the first quarter numbers come in. Not because of the numbers, but how he does the cost control and what commentary he gives on how June, July has been. If why Titan can still give a positive commentary is something that you would be questioning. In my view, the reason why is, unlike a local jeweler that we traditionally see, there is a decent amount of business related demand that comes in. Titan ka bahut decent share comes from salary people, wherein hopefully the ability to come back should be higher. As of now, we don't really know whether there will be salary cuts. It is expected that there will be salary cuts, which is why the near term looks uncertain. But this is a good company to have in your portfolio. I would say right now the stock is kind of at 800 is what I would wait for. It's sub 800 is what is the value that is you should be looking at that name. The other questions, is there any price correction expected, or there will be only sideways movement in the next 3 months? In this environment right now, what is happening, Mr. Gupta, is that there is a decent amount of liquidity that is playing out in the market. And when we speak to foreign investors, there is a decent amount of, fund flows that they have received. While the focus is not necessarily on India, it is still they are wary about where India is. The correction that we have witnessed in India is something that is starting to raise questions of when can we kind of start coming in. If the global demand outlook does not improve even after the lockdown relaxation, then you will have a correction. As of now, my bet would be that it would probably be sideways till there is next correction. I don't see a very material correction from there on. Let me just go through the other questions. I don't cover Shobha, unfortunately, sir. Shoppers Stop. What about Shoppers Stop? So, Mr. Mishra, Shoppers Stop has seen, one of the few names that have seen a very sharp correction since the COVID outbreak. And the reason is that you have to look at the portfolio of Shoppers Stop. Shoppers Stop ka portfolio is very non-essential, similar to any of the Titan or any of their players. That is risk number one. The second risk that is there with Shoppers Stop is it has most of its stores in malls. Mall opening का कोई clarity नहीं है. company, when I spoke to the company, there is clear visibility on cost control that they were kind of indicating. And I think that is the right focus for them. These company, Shopper Stop has done some kind of invested in that kind of focus. If you are kind of entering over here, then you are assuming that this is going to remain at this point of view at least for the next 6 months. Not before that, that you will see an uptick in my view. I would not be so bullish on that name. There is someone who said long-term safe stocks. Long-term safe stocks, in my view, would be names like HUL, Nestle, DMart is something that we would kind of look at, and that's something that I would kind of go ahead. Sir, who will buy paints in such a situation when companies are struggling to survive? Mr. Chanani, that is a fair comment that you have made. Uh, you are you are right about companies not doing paints right now. But let's analyze. You will not do it right now. You will postpone it. That is without a doubt. But how long will you postpone it? When you say consumption, आज आप बाहर खाने जाते हैं, you will not have pizza today. तो वो कल आप डबल पिज्जा नहीं लेंगे. आपने आज पेंट नहीं करवाया, कल आप पेंट कराएंगे और जो पेंट करवाने वाला था जिसका पैसा है वो भी पेंट कराएगा. So there is a demand that will happen in FY22, FY23. That will happen. That is why I'm saying that is a name. And Asian Paints, you don't have to worry about the company not surviving. They have good balance sheet. They have good kind of. In contrast, all the smaller players are going to face issues in being able to supply goods. And market share gain is a good possibility for Asian Paints. Is there any idea on trend share? Unfortunately, on this one, trend, what you have seen over the last few years is that there has been a good delivery on their Zudio portfolio. Trend has two formats, which is one is the West Side format, and the other is the format which is their Zudio low fashion, value fashion format that they have done. Over the last few quarters pre-COVID, I have seen very good growth rate coming in the Zudio scenario. And that has ensured that they have seen one of the strongest growth rates in the apparel segment. The second thing that Trent has done is they have learned from Zara very well. In fashion, माल फ्रेश होना चाहिए. कस्टमर आता है उसको सेम वापस से कुर्ती या शर्ट दिखा तो वो वापस से नहीं आएगा, वो बोलता है ये पुराना है. So I would say that that is something that Trent has done really well. They have raised a lot of cash because of the recent issue, but the stock is expensive, and in that kind of segment, it's a good company, and I would kind of put it more like somewhere similar to DMart. कि आप लेके रख रहे हैं, but you're not going to look at it for the next 3 years, 4 years at least. Then you are looking at that. What about Alok Industries? Sir, unfortunately, I'll not be. So there's some questions in the chat that I'll also take. What about Nerolac? It is used in automotives and appliances. Mr. Yole, you're right. In terms of Nerolac, if I were to kind of look at numbers, almost about 50% of its business is from the industrial portion. In that 50%, almost 70% comes from automobile, 70-75. तो मतलब आपका 35%, 35% odd is from the automotive space. If I speak to any dealers that we kind of interact with now, no one is unfortunately seeing any walk-ins in terms of new car purchases. And whether Maruti or any auto industry is able to see that growth rate next year, I don't really have that answer. And if that growth rate doesn't play out, which is my colleague in the auto who looks at the auto space suggests that could be the case, then Kansai will have problems in that kind of segment. In decorative, they're doing really well, and that will continue to do well. And however, in these two segments, there is going to be near-term pressure, not just on growth, but also on margin. Because if you are not making money, you will ask your supplier to share the bill. थोड़ा सा pain आप भी ले लो, ऐसे ही बोलेंगे. You will ask them to share the bill. So which is where it is. Then is envy. I hate HUL versus DMart. Which one to choose for the next 5 years? Sir, that's an interesting kind of question to kind of look at. See, I will put the good things about both these companies and where they stand. HUL is from a valuation perspective, अगर मैं 2 year forward PE देखूं, that is cheaper than where DMart is. Why? Because DMart is operating in the grocery retail segment. Grocery retail as a percentage organized share is only 3%. Entire organized retail market in India में 10-11% is supposed to be organized in share. Pidilite, this DMart is operating in that field. The only risk to DMart is where future retail is under its problems. It is trying to get its debt in bigs. It's a great business. Big Bazaar is doing really well, but it is facing issues in terms of near-term cash flows, which is, I'm sure they're figuring their way out. It will take some time, but that means that DMart has some ability to gain market share. Reliance through JioMart is giving some problem or some tucker over here. But I think DMart has a longer piece of growth. कि आपको 20% growth rate, 30% growth rate 10 साल तक दिखेगा. HUL में I would say 15% growth rate is what you will see in a steady state. That is why the valuations are different. So if you are looking at a near-term uptick, then yes, probably valuation यहाँ सस्ता है वो ले लीजिए. If you're looking for a place that you want to keep and forget, then DMart is what I would suggest. So what about Pidilite? That's from the chat window. See, Pidilite is a very, beautiful company in terms of his portfolio. They have been able to get, they have a cash cow, as strategy jargon में बोलते हैं. There is the cash cow business that is making a lot of money for them, and then there is the business which is the waterproofing, which is Dr. Fixit जो बोलते हैं, that is giving the growth over there. I would argue that they will have near-term problems because their portfolio is more focused on new house building. In contrast to paint company, which is more on repainting, Pidilite needs people to build houses, and builder segment has some problems right now. So growth over there will come under pressure in the near term. Second, I'll just go into the chat. Just give me 1 second. There's a lot of questions that have come. I have Reliance Retail. Should I hold? So Reliance Retail. I'm assuming you're talking about Reliance Industries. I'm not sure if you're talking about Reliance Retail. My colleague Harsh had spoken early on about how the rights issue and how it is panning out. Specifically on the retail business, Reliance is trying to replicate Jio in retail. What they are doing is they are saying, first they tried, let's expand stores everywhere. They've been able to have some success in it. But now they're saying that now I have to become the next Amazon or next Alibaba. If I want to do that, I have to be able to supply the product from anyone, anywhere. And that is where JioMart is coming in. It's a new launch. It has not yet proven. Knowing Reliance, they will probably work to ensure that it works. But that is going to be the key driver, in my view, for Reliance Industries. Not necessarily on where the oil and gas, I'm not so aware of how that segment will be, but I personally feel that they have the right to win in that segment and they could do something over there. That is how I feel about that, sir. I will just take some more questions. Will Reliance JioMart entry adversely impact DMart? So DMart recently held its result release, and in that, I'm not sure if you read it, Mr. Diggy, that he said that I have started 3 new channels of serving customer in this lockdown. Ek hai DMart Ready, which is the app based wherein people he delivers to your house. if you want for a fee. Second, he's starting, if you have a large housing society, he will come and set up a shop for you or for that housing society, is what he's kind of done. So he's trying to explore that avenue. He said very clearly that I will not continue this going forward. His argument is what I feel and what I kind of got, so what I sensed is it suggests that last mile delivery jo bolte hain, which is the cost of delivering from the shop to your house, wo cost abhi bahut high hai. That cost is extremely high. And us cost pe and at that cost, I can't, am I able to make money? He's as of now not able to kind of suggest that it is. He's not able to sure about it. So he's saying, I'm positive, I'm there, I wait karunga. Reliance is the bigger beast. But MS starting maybe if I told you, grocery market is 3% unorganized only. There is a lot of things for both of them to do. Agar also I did one, what if you kind of have seen this, or we have done a very detailed analysis over here. We went to each and every store of DMart, where all is it located, and each and every store where of Reliance it is located. And what we realized is that DMart stores are very, very metro centric. And Reliance has gone ahead and expanded into tier 2, tier 3 cities. He's trying to go into areas that, he wants to be the first mover over there. So I don't think near term there is going to be a big kind of cause of concern in my view for them. Medium, GeoMart, whether they are able to get the last mile delivery in place and cost in place, which is the cost of delivering to your house in place, that is going to be the key bit over here. And that is what we have to watch for. Mr. Chaudhary has asked this question, how to choose any multi-bagger stocks? I think when you kind of argue about looking at multi-bagger names, there are two things that I would suggest you should look at. One, is this company in a segment जहाँ पे growth continue हो सकती है, that the growth can continue for a decent long of time. And what do I mean by this? इसके पास history है, the history is of delivery. It has always done this growth rate earlier on. It has the levers and the management bandwidth to deliver it going forward, and it can do it profitably. The last part is very important. लोग grow कर लेते हैं, but पैसे बनाना जरूरी है. They have to make profits. People have to grow and make profits. Once that comes in, that is when you have a multi-bagger team. So I mean, I'll give you an example. Page Industries, when it was at 5,000, it was for such a long time, it was growing at 30%, 30%, 20%, 30%, 30% growth. It was always there. But small company under the radar. People thought 25 times, too expensive. It is now at 60 times. And that is where things are. So you have to identify those names, and that is what I kind of suggest we kind of look at. Growth rate has to be good, and company has to be showing the ability to kind of be in that segment, grow in that segment for a long time, which is how Page was. That was completely unorganized. So that is how I see DMart is. Unfortunately, valuation is the biggest hindrance, but otherwise DMart fits that bill. Cipla and Airtel, unfortunately, I would not be able to answer, sir. I'm just going through the list. Give me 1 second. Ms. Shah, you have asked what is the view on Bata, and if Bata view. See, their recent, when from whatever I understand, Bata has been doing everything online in terms of sales because of the fact that online delivery on non-essential has started. Their factories, unfortunately, are closer to the red zone. So I'm not sure when they will be able to start that. They have, the new CEO has done a lot of initiatives to kind of drive growth rate. And I think given what he has done, I'm more positively inclined on that name rather than negatively inclined. Mr. Bhatia, what are your views on Relaxo? Sir, Relaxo, if you see that name, that has been one of the few companies. It has been growing very steadily at a very good pace of growth. It got Salman Khan, Akshay Kumar, all celebrity endorsements. एक चप्पल जैसी हवाई चप्पल जैसी चीज को or a small slippers, he made it a product which is endorsed by film stars, and that has worked wonders for him. Not only that, Relaxo का biggest strength है कि he has his own manufacturing, which means his costs are very low. He is going to face, he has a distributor based model. So near term is going to be under pressure. But I would say that's a good point to enter this name. And I would kind of recommend that you kind of look at that favorably. I will just go to the question list again. Sorry. Mr. Run, sorry, India Bull, sorry, I can't. With this situation, will logistics. Okay, Mr. Ravlani, Suresh Kumar Ravlani, you have asked this question about with this situation. I'm assuming in this situation, will logistics not play an important role? The pipeline of stock are affected, while manufacturing and retail outlet. Since food has an expiry, will company not suffer? Okay. See, what is happening, sir, is let me share with you what commentary companies are giving. Urban segment is largely under red zones. So delivering over there is actually getting difficult. Rural is still back to normal, and वहाँ पे demand is also kind of relatively much better versus what is there in the case of urban. Second thing that companies are indicating is that in the urban areas, if you have the ability to deliver, if you're a strong player, then your products are the only one that reach and people are buying it. In contrast, rural may, it is still there is a competitive playing field because everyone is able to get their products back in. Your question is that will you have expiry of products and hence will companies suffer? See, in the current environment, I think the suffering for companies are going to be more in terms of not able to having stock outs. कि भाई आपको चाहिए था ब्रिटानिया का बिस्किट बट मिला नहीं, जो मिल गया मैंने वो ले लिया. I think that is a bigger risk for companies rather than expiry right now, because people are whatever, there was a panic situation early on, people are still going ahead and stocking up. When they go, they are very purposeful. When एक बार आप शॉप जा रहे हो, एक साथ आप सब कुछ उठा के लेके आ रहे हो. So they are very purposeful and taking bigger ticket sizes. They are taking bigger baskets. So there is a need-based purchase that is still happening, and I don't think that there should be an impact that should kind of occur over here, sir. I will come back to the question queue again. Sorry. Sorry, there are just too many. Give me one time. I'll just kind of run through that list. See, someone has kind of highlighted, please update on swing trading. I'm not sure what you mean by that, sir. But I am personally of the belief that the risk associated. I'm not sure what you mean by that, honestly. I don't know whether you mean day trading or what you mean by that. So I'll leave that question. Hello, sir. What is your view on Spencer, a mid-sized stock? Mr. Kumar, thanks for the question. See, Spencer's retail is in the grocery kind of space that you are right. It has done exceedingly, it had kind of gone through a period of pain when it tried to restructure its operations, get out of the hypermarket, then went back to supermarkets, and has now kind of got itself into a good role back in. I think from from a point of view of the next few years, the company is going to be, it has to kind of focus on getting profitability back in. They were actually working on that really well, and unfortunately they will have some hit in getting that back on. But it has the support of CSC, the parent. The promoter group is able to kind of help to that extent, and it will take some time, in my view, to kind of get to that. So near term, you have to be ready. If you're willing to kind of wait for it, then it's something that you can look at. Supreme Industries is good to invest. Mr. Patel, Dhaval Patel, Supreme Industries, I am assuming you're talking about the pipe manufacturer. They have seen very good growth in the agri pipe segment. And I think that segment is something that they will continue to see growth rate. The problem for that company could possibly come in not from from a demand point of view, because the high margin is in the construction segment. And as someone also highlighted in the initial part of the call, people, जब companies लोगों के पास पैसे नहीं है तो लोग paint क्या reconstruction क्या करेंगे? They are not going to be able to invest in reconstruction right now. So pipe demand in the near term will have a double whammy on sales as well as margins, and that is what I have, what I kind of worry about, which is what I think is going to weigh on the stock. The stock has reacted to that extent. The beautiful thing about Supreme Industries is its promoter. He has been in this industry for so long that he knows this industry inside out. The second thing is his packaging segment, which is the Silpaulin film banata hai. That segment is saying some bit of an uptick, and that should kind of help them. And that should kind of support to some extent. I would say that 1,000 is what I see the stock kind of being the one next year, and that's where I'll leave it. I will just go through I'll just take last few questions, and then we'll kind of probably close this webinar. What about DMart? Sir, I indicated that I would wait for, it's close to the price that I would want to buy it at. My price that I will definitely put the trigger is 2,000. If you are willing to, play down that rung, it's up to you. I kind of like that company, and I'm positively biased towards it, sir. How we read, I'm sorry, because of lack of time, I'll just take the last few questions. Again, how do we read the global markets? See, there is a lot of, as I said in the start, there's a lot of liquidity that is there in this space. Kind of, we are witnessing across the place that people are going ahead and central banks are investing a lot of money into the system. And we have liquidity that has gone up sharply, which is why people are looking for names. Initially, there was the concept of fear, कि सिर्फ safe नहीं जाना है. Now, slowly and steadily, I'm seeing people looking at willing to take plays on which might do an improvement. As I said at the start, retail is following in that basket, which is why I kind of thought this was a good time to look at this space. I would say my top picks in my space, just to kind of, closing this session, my top picks would still be players like safe names, like, if I would take a portfolio approach, like companies like DMart, Trent, which will hold for the next 5-8 years. Take companies like ABFRL and Titan actually much more better, but even ABFRL, these are names wherein you will see upswing that will give you a massive uptick. तो एक होता है कि steady return देगा वो, और एक होगा जो massive आपका doubler दे सकता है. So you play it in that fashion, hedge your portfolio based on that. With that, I think I'll come to the close of this session. Thanks again, all of you, for watching. If you have any further queries or questions, and if you need any further details, please feel free to write to us at research@ifl.com or visit us as www.ifl.com. Thanks again for your time. Take care. Stay safe, guys.